Hello. Hey guys, how's it going? Can you uh can you guys hear me okay? No, I'm not doing too bad. Just enjoying the day. Yeah, you did. Glad you could join us. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm about to do that myself. Yeah, I'm sorry about the background noise. There's a lot of kids playing around out in the back. So Jacob, how's everything going? Hello, Clever. It's nice to see you. Oh no, that's all right. I'm just wanting to talk to everybody to try to get some feedback. Um, oh, right on. All right. Well, first and foremost, I just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate everybody who's here right now, and anybody who may not be coming. Um, as for somebody who's just starting out, I mean, I've been doing this for a little while, but I don't think I've really told you guys how much I really appreciate the help and support that you guys have been giving me. Um, it's been kind of tough trying to get into the rhythm of things and trying to get everything set up and going just right. And honestly, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now without the help of everybody here, especially Jacob and Liam. You guys have helped me a lot in terms of giving me stories or giving me feedback. So I really, really appreciate that, and I don't think I'll ever be able to express how much I appreciate you guys because there's just no words, you know. So just thank you. That's really all I need to say. But as far as you guys who watch my videos, I'd like to know what it is exactly that you guys come back for, other than just that you like the stories. I mean, is there something particular that you guys think I should change? Maybe try doing something else. I mean, I don't know exactly what it is that goes through your guys' minds, and I want you to be as honest as possible, because the only way that I'm ever going to get any better, because there's always room for improvement, is you guys being honest with me. So if there's anything that you think that I should change, maybe format differently, I'd appreciate any suggestions, because um, I've talked to some people, and the only thing that I can think of is just reaching out and talking to everybody like I am now, which I have no problem doing. It's just not trying to make excuses, just being busy all the time. It's hard for me to be able to do this kind of stuff. I use Audacity. Yeah, it's a free service. It's great. I mean, so long as you have a good mic, it's real easy and simple to use. I've never had any issues working with it. It took me some time to get used to, just because everything that I've learned up at this point has been either through YouTube videos or pretty much self-taught, trial and error kind of thing. Um, but it's a pretty decent program. Other than like, uh, I can't even think of any, honestly, because this is the only one that I've actually seen people use. Uh, in fact, this was recommended to me by Lazy Masquerade. I spoke with him a while back, when he was first starting to get big. Um, he told me about using Audacity and this mic in particular that I have right now. So, and I really appreciate him doing that, because I know he gets pretty busy. Him and your maker and all those other guys. All right, that's cool. What kind of stories are you guys interested in seeing me do? Are there some that you don't really care for? Do you guys like the Holder series? Should I step away from that and try something else, or should I continue with that? Is video length okay? Would you guys like longer stories, or you know? Hmm. See, one of the things that I've seen a lot of is, there are a lot of narrators who have gone through some of the Holder series. I've never actually seen anybody complete all the ones that they have out so far. Uh, the thing with the Holder series is that it's at 538. Reasonably, that's quite a bit of stories, and I think the last time I checked, it was at 240 completed stories. So I think I'm gonna get up to that point, because I'd really like to just be able to have all of these, because I enjoyed the series myself. I always thought it was fascinating, just having something taken from that, and just it blew up, kind of like the SCPs, which is also a great series that I would love to get into, but I kind of feel like that one has been beaten to death. So I'm trying to stay away from those. But honestly, when it comes to the Holder series, I I kind of felt like it was a challenge for me to be able to try to complete all the ones that they have out so far, and continue to until we get to the 538. But I don't know if there are still people submitting the Holder series stories, so we'll see how that goes. I know Definitely, what needs to change is the thumbnails. I've been trying to figure out how to do those properly. Some of them, as you can see, don't come out all that well. I'm looking at one right now. It's for Silence and Dark as the Sea, and the title has been cut off. I don't know if that's a big deal for everybody, but I didn't realize that was going to happen. It's kind of hard trying to get the dimensions on everything just right so they fit perfectly. When I'm looking at it, when I'm editing the video, it comes up okay, but when I post it in the thumbnail, it comes up as it is, and that's kind of a bothersome. So I don't know, maybe it was just that picture in particular, but I know there have been a few where they don't come out the way they do whenever they first pop up on the thumbnail slot. So I don't know what's going on there. But as far as making the thumbnails, I think I still need to get what is it? Photoshop. I'm using Windows Live Paint right now because it's free. Um, but until I can get something like Photoshop, it's gonna be slim pickings for those. And I'll try my best, but I'm just right now focusing on making sure you guys have good sounding audio. I know some of them can be really bad. There's days where I've got people all around me mowing lawns, dogs going off. It's a little bit better than when it was before I first moved. Yeah, it's kind of terrible when you're not able to record because you get that urge. You really want to go out there and start, but you really can't because you gotta drag all your equipment with you and everything else. It gets pretty tedious. So I know that's kind of a bummer, Deadly. But anyway, like I was saying before, just getting the audio quality just right is kind of vexing because you may not pick something up because whenever I'm recording, I have my headphones on, and they're Turtle Beach, so they cover my ear, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good sounding headphones. They kind of keep all the background noises out, which is bad because when I'm recording or narrating, sometimes I'll pick up minor things and I don't see it right away. So I have to rewatch everything and go back and try to edit that out. And that can be quite a pain. So sometimes, you get those little gaps. I'm not the best audio editor, and I apologize for that, but I'm trying. I've been recently rewatching my videos as bad as that sounds, just to see where I was originally started and to where I am at now, just so I can figure out, okay, here's what's working and here's what's not. But my main focus is wanting to figure out what it is that's pulling you guys back. I mean, I don't know if you're okay with 2-minute videos, 1-minute videos, or if you want something more like 15, 20-minute videos. It's stuff like that I'd appreciate some feedback on because I want to be able to produce something that you guys are going to enjoy, because I can sit here for hours, ranting and raving and doing whatever, but I don't want it to bore you guys. I want to be able to hook you guys into it and really bring you back. Well, see, the thing is that a lot of the stories that I've been narrating recently haven't just been mine. I've been reading other people's stories, and I appreciate that, man. I love reading all kinds of new stuff. I love when people give me new stories that I can sit down and read, go over, and narrate for people. I mean, I don't think anybody realizes how much I like that. Like, it's an honor when people are like, "Hey, can you read this for me?" Because it's like I'm just some nobody, and you're wanting me to narrate it for you. So that's kind of a big deal for me. So being able to do that, it's like some of these stories aren't long, and I don't think it's fair for me to be like, "Oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to read your story because it doesn't fit my criteria." So that's just a little perspective behind that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. If even if it's just slightly odd, I can appreciate the work people put into their stories. Um, when you look back at H.P. Lovecraft's work and you start reading it now, there are some stories that'll still grip you in terms of high boredom and cameras. There are still stories that'll grip you and keep you scared. Like they legitimately kind of make me feel uneasy. But when you read the rest of his work, not the more famous ones, you can see it's more of like an odd mystery. And at the time, it was really, he was really fishing out there because during that time, like you did stuff like that and people looked at you differently. They didn't, as you, I don't know if you guys know this, but Lovecraft was ridiculed, like he was mocked for a lot of his works. And he was kind of like an outcast, sort of like it is now for a lot of people. Or I shouldn't even say now because we're going into this genre of people being like people are supporting the horror franchise. I mean, you have horror, you have more and more creepypasta narrators or Reddit narrators, what have you, and they're getting into this whole creepy phase, and I find it fantastic because I can be proud of the work that I do and not have people giving me crap about it. Not that I would care either way, but it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, exactly like Poe. Um, but onto my original thought was not all of Lovecraft's works were, quote unquote terrifying. They were just odd, off, different. And that's what I loved about his work. And it's one of those things where it's like, I appreciate stuff like that. And I know there's other people out there who appreciate that. And going back to other people's works, it's like, I appreciate all the work that people do. It doesn't matter how well thought out it's made or how grammatically correct it is. It's not about that. It's about you taking something and giving your effort and bringing it to life. Because there have been so many people who've gotten their work and just crumpled it and thrown it right in the bin because they're like, you know what, this isn't good. I've done that. There have been so many stories where I've been like, you know what, I don't like it. I crumpled it up, threw it away, and I never looked back. And I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about when I was younger because, when I was in high school, because people just gave me crap about it. I was the crazy goth kid who walked around in the black trench coat in like 102-degree weather because that's just who I was. I was the weirdo. Me and my friends, we were the weirdos. But it didn't bother me. What bothered me was when somebody saw my work and was like, "Oh, you're, some freaking emo kid. Why don't you go hang yourself or whatever?" Crap like that. So when I see people now, when I talk to people now, when they share me their work, I get this feeling of like I want to tell them, I know what you're going through because the work that we present and the work that any writer gives to somebody, it's a representation of themselves, regardless of how many changes that you go through, regardless of, yeah, it was pretty bad. Regardless of how many changes you go through, and regardless of the events that you've been through, everything that you've ever represented, brought up, made is a reflection of yourself. And I don't think people quite really see that. And the people who do see that are other writers, other sculptors, artists, whatever, what have you, They see that and they're like, they can appreciate your work a little bit better than some other people can. If you bend to the will of the masses, you're forever going to be changed to what they want. You'll be their putty. You'll be their clay. And I don't want to be that. So going back, I'm sorry, I get off topic. Going back to what I was talking about originally, when somebody hands me their work and I read over it, regardless of whatever's in it, I can see a part of them that most other people don't see. And that's only because I'm emphatic into that. I've been through there. I've been there at some point, regardless of the degree, whether it's high, low, whatever. So So regardless of what it is that they give me, I appreciate it. Is all I'm trying to say. I know I rant. I'm sorry. Um, but my biggest thing is like, if you guys are okay with what I'm doing now, then great. I will continue to do that, and I won't change a thing. But if there's something out there that you guys would like me to do, like to see from me, something that I can change, that would be awesome, because I just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the best that I can be. You know what I mean? Not to go all, was it G.I. Joe on you, but yeah, it's like, I just want to be able to um, make your guys' day, because I've talked to, I don't know if you guys know her, Shell's in Ireland. We talked not too long ago, and she brought up some interesting points. And one of them was, there's a lot of people who listen to our stories, doesn't matter who it is, or what, they come onto YouTube and they have absolutely nothing better to do other than to watch these videos, because everything else in their life is shit. Excuse my language. And I have to say, I was one of those people. A couple of years ago, I started watching Markiplier. He got me hooked into his work because he was playing. I think it was The Witch's House. I think that was the very first video I ever watched of his. And I saw this guy, this goofy guy from Cincinnati, Ohio, who uh, who had gone through so much like me, that I thought, I've been where this guy's been. I've been close to it, and you kind of make that connection. And I don't know if I've ever talked to you guys like that. And I want to be able to make that connection with you guys, because I know life sucks. It sucks for a lot of people. And I just want to be able to make something that makes your day just a little bit less sucky, if that makes sense. Um, it's one of those things where it's like, you come home from a really crappy day, and all you want to do is sit down and listen to something that's going to take your mind off of it, or watch something. And that's what I want to be able to be there for you guys to do that. So, don't ever think that you guys don't have anywhere to go, or anything like that, because I know I've been there, and you don't have to do it alone. As alone as you feel, which you may or may not, you don't have to be there alone. And I'm hoping that with these videos, you'll have at least some company. Just know that when I'm telling the story, I'm not telling the story to just my friends, or to my coworkers, or to anybody else. I'm telling it to you. I'm telling you the story. I'm telling you this right now, so you guys know that. Doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. Just remember that I'm telling you the story. And I want you to tell me what it is that I can do to make that story better for you. And that's why I wanted to do this. I want to try to do this every week, to be able to connect with you guys, to be able to share anything that it is that you guys want to talk about. Because believe me, there's a lot of things about me that I don't want you guys to feel sorry for me about, because as bad as life gets, there's always a silver lining to it, but I don't want you guys to think that I'm just doing this just to make you feel bad for me and be like, oh, you should go subscribe to this. No. I don't want subscribers like that. I want subscribers to keep coming back because they want to listen to my work. I want you guys to keep coming back because you feel that you can have some companionship with me. I really want you guys to feel that you guys mean a lot to me. And regardless of how many subscribers I have, I could have 10 million subscribers. I could have one subscriber, and it wouldn't matter to me, because I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing this just so you can have a better day. So with that being said, anything that I know, I'm sorry, I keep ranting, and I try to catch myself before I do it, but I can't help it. Anything that I can do to make the stories better for you guys, just let me know. And if you guys have work that you want me to read and you feel like you're too shy or that your work's not good enough, don't feel that way. Just tell me. I will read your story. I'll do everything that I can to make sure that it's, that we can make it work. Don't ever feel like your work's not good enough, because that's a little shit. I've read a lot of bad stuff. Trust me. Stuff from people who thought that they were God's gift to the earth. And didn't make it true. But the fact that they were willing to do that, it's just, you just got to take that step. That's what I had to do. I mean, let me share a little bit about myself with you guys, if you don't mind. I was when I was living with my mom not too long ago, just a couple years ago, when I first started working at my job, I hit a rut in my life. It was pretty bad. I'd come home, do the same crap over and over again, and I really didn't feel like I was making any headway. Then my good friend and I were talking at work, and he was watching Markiplier. That's what got me into it. And I said, you know what? I can do this. I can do what this guy does. So I decided I was going to make a gaming channel. This channel that we're currently watching right now was originally supposed to be a gaming channel, but I didn't do it because I don't know. It just didn't work for me. I felt like I was too boring. So I quit. I didn't make one video. I never put anything up. Something I've always liked to do is write speeches. I've actually, and I'm not trying to boast myself, but I've won awards for giving speeches. I was in academic decathlon, and I placed second overall in the nation, or I think it was our county. Yeah, it was our county, for speech. And I think the person who won first place only beat me by a couple of points. But regardless, that said something to me, that it's something that I can do. When I was in middle school, I was told to represent our school for the veterans. We had some veterans come in and visit us during our Memorial Day celebration. And I was told to write a speech, or not a speech, more of like a thank you to them. And I did it, and they all loved it. I had a lot of veterans come up to me and tell me thank you. And that was amazing, I had never felt that good in my life up until the point that I started writing again. So I started writing stories, and just a little bit deeper personal stuff. I've had a weird relationship with my mom, and I never knew my father. So she was the only person that was ever really there for me. My mom loves horror stuff. Anything horror related, that's our thing. So I decided, because she was never really around, and that's not a shot at her, I'm just saying she was busy trying to support, us working long hours and what have you. I decided I was going to make a scary story for her. I wrote it. I told it to her, because she wasn't feeling well one day, and I read her to sleep. That was about 15 years ago. A long time ago. And I lost that story. I had it in a journal, and I lost it. But I remembered it not too long ago, and I wrote it down. I was sitting there at my computer. It was about midnight. And I said, you know what? I'm going to recreate that story. And I did. That's where noises came from. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to put on my headset. I'm going to record this so I can give it to my mom, just in case anything happened. And let me tell you, I was in a pretty dark place in my life. I'm not going to go into detail, but it was pretty close to the wire, if you catch my drift. So I recorded it for her, and then I decided I'm going to take this one step further. I'm going to make a video. So I made the video. It came out way better than I expected it, and I said, you know what? I can do this. So I did, and that's where we're at now. So the very first video that I have on my channel, which is noises, that was written for my mom, kind of like a goodbye, but it wasn't, and I'm really hoping that it won't be. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I'm doing much better now. I kind of struggle with. I don't know if I'm clinically depressed, but I do struggle with it from time to time, and I don't know if that's just because of me as a person or if I actually have the imbalance. But honestly, at this point, I'm good. I mean, I still get down every once in a while, but I fight through it because I have great friends. Jacob knows I have really great friends, and they help me through it, and I'm in a much better place in my life. So, and I appreciate you saying that, Dudley. But I want you guys to know that you don't have to struggle with any of this either by yourself. Just remember, like I said before, when you're listening to this story, I'm telling you this story. I'm not telling hundreds of thousands of people, regardless of how many people see my video. I'm telling you the story. And, just don't ever think that you have to do this by yourself, because you don't. Nobody ever has to do anything by themselves unless they choose to. There are some things you should face on your own to build a better you, but who the hell am I to tell you how to live your life, kind of thing, But anyway, my whole thing is that I just want to make sure that you guys are enjoying the videos. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't think that I'm not here for you guys or whatever. I'm trying to get sympathy out of you. I would love to have a huge amount of subscribers. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I would love to be able to make this my living. It's probably not going to happen, but that's fine. I still enjoy making these videos. When it comes down to it, I love making these videos. There have been times where I've scrapped videos because I just didn't like the way it came out, because I didn't think you guys deserve crappy quality videos. So that being said, I would love to be able to have more than the amount of subscribers that I have now. You know what I'm saying? Just not because I'm trying to do it out of vanity or vain or anything. I just would love to be able to reach something for myself, a personal goal. I don't care if you guys decide you don't want to subscribe, stay subscribed. If my videos start to become crappy and you guys don't like it anymore, please unsubscribe. Because I don't want to be that guy who's just like doing this because, I'm getting famous, blah, blah. No, that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to be able to show myself that I can do something, to show everybody else you can do something if you really want to. And I think that's why I like Mark and the Game Grumps and everybody else so much, because these guys started from basically nothing and they worked their way up. They worked their fingers to the bone, and I want to be there. I would love to be able to get that far in my life, because unfortunately there are a lot of times where I felt like what I say, what I did, no matter how many awards I won in school, regardless of what they were, they meant nothing, because I mean, where are those awards and stuff now? There's they're locked away in a box somewhere. Or actually, no, they're not even that. They're gone because somebody decided that they were going to steal important documents from us. I don't. I come from a really shitty part of California, and there are a lot of people who will steal everything and anything from you. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that I had was taken. Uh, so there, like birth certificate and stuff like that. There's somebody out there who might have my birth certificate and social security number, and I don't even know. Uh, but yeah, back to what I was originally talking about. I want to be able to help you guys out in any way that I can. Being able to do charity live stream events and help other people, get through tough times in their life, because I never really had anybody there to help me out other than my friends. And that's what I want to be, a friend for you guys. I want you to be able to come out and talk to me and, know that there's somebody there who's willing to listen. As much as I love to talk and hear my own voice, which I really don't, I get annoyed with it, editing so many hours throughout the day. I'm here for you guys to listen. But anyway, if at any point you guys want to share me because you want to, that's great. I would appreciate it, but you guys don't have to. I don't want you to think that you're obligated to do anything. You don't want to watch my videos, that's fine. You don't want to give me a like, that's fine. You guys don't have to do anything at all. Just know that I'll still be there for you, because this isn't something that it's like, oh, well, you guys don't like my videos, you can go F off. I'm not that kind of person. You could tell me my videos are shit and I'll still be there for you. Because that's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. Nobody else is able to take that away from you. No, I'm not trying to go off topic here. I just want you guys to know that I'm not like let me gather my thoughts. If I ever reach that point in my life where I have a lot of subscribers, more than I have now, I would love it. But even if I just stay at 111 or drop down to 1, just know that I appreciate you guys bringing me to where I am now. Because I appreciate it. I appreciate you most of all, because those of you who keep returning to my videos and watching them, it makes my day a lot better. It really does. Seeing comments and stuff on there, it's amazing. Sorry, there's some sugar ants in here. I think I'm gonna have to go get some spray. No, I'm not crying. I'm kind of emotional. And my allergies are pretty bad right now too. But yeah, I'll go blame it on something else. And I hope you guys realize that, though, that I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna keep saying it. Because I don't think you'll ever really know how much it means to me. I can say it a million times. I could say it 2, 4, 8. I could say it every day, every waking moment of my life, and you still won't ever understand how much you do mean to me. I just don't want you to think that it has any less meaning than it does. Words are cheap. But being able to back it up with the emotions, I wish I could do that for you guys. It's like, what do I do to show you that I'm grateful? And the only thing that I can think of is just listening to you guys about what it is that you want from me, like in terms of videos. So let's be honest here. Does my intro bother you guys? Do I need to make a new intro? Because I mean, I rewatch my videos and sometimes I kind of get annoyed. I get annoyed at my intro. Should I change it? Do you guys like it? Would you like something different? like one of the greatest things that I've ever experienced. And I was talking to a friend who's actually in the chat right now. I don't know if she wants me to give out her name, but we were talking, and well, actually, yeah, she and I were talking, and she says, "Hey, I can hear your intro playing in the other room." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, my roommate's listening to your video," and that was like, it was one of the craziest feelings I've ever had. You know, every time I'm sitting cooking dinner, because I live with more with my friends, and we all live together, and my friends start playing the intro to my videos. It catches me off guard every time, man, because it's like, oh crap, did I leave my recording station open? Is it playing right now? And no, it's somebody listening to my videos, and that's a surreal feeling. Like, you know, regardless of who it is that's playing it, the fact that there are so many of you out there watching my video, it just makes me feel, you know, it's uplifting, man. You have no idea how much of a high that is, you know. Don't do drugs, obviously. uh, Sorry about all the background noise. But yeah, man, it's like, what do you do with that? You know, you have somebody who's a nobody, and he's making videos for people, and then you start hearing those videos being played. Like, I don't know. It was Liam. She she and I were talking, and it was like real early in the morning. She's like, "Yeah, I'm sitting in bed and I can hear my roommate playing the video," and that was, that was incredible. I apologize for the long pauses. I kind of get lost in this feeling, trying to think of what else to ask you guys, because you guys can ask me questions all day. I don't mind answering them. I mean, you guys can ask me whatever you like. I'm kind of an open book with that sense, but uh, I just don't want to take away from anything else. That anything that could be productive right now at this point. Because I am actually thinking about making a new intro. I don't know if you guys have seen it recently, but I actually have a mask. It's a wolf mask. I could show you right now, but I look like a mess. I got back from the gym not too long ago, and I'm sure you've seen me before. I'm a big guy, so going to the gym is a hassle for me. So I'm like, kind of like, all over the place right now. My hair's a mess. Whatever. I like to be pretty whenever I go put the cam up. But anyway, I have the new mask, and I was talking to a good friend of mine that I know from like high school, and he directs videos. Like he does videos. Where am I going with this? Oh, and we talked, and he offered to make me an intro. So I have something in mind. It's going to be a live intro, but it may not come out. I don't want to get your guys' hopes up, whether or not you care. For those of you who are looking forward to that, I kind of want to just do that and just see where that went. But that's still kind of like tossed up in the air. I don't know if it's too early for me to be saying this right now, because I'm still waiting for some concept art to come back. I'm going to be having a new banner made for me pretty soon. And by the way, if you guys ever, like I said before, have stories you want me to read, please send them in, because I want to read them so bad. I have a lot of videos or stories that I have waiting for me right now in my inbox, and I'm waiting for some people to come hit me back. So because it needs multiple narrations, or narrators, I should say. So I'm waiting for those. I'm really excited to be doing those with you guys. If I could get to Comic-Con, even just not even like for my panel, just to be able just to go would be amazing. Oh man, I've been to Long Beach Comic Con, or not Comic Con. It was it Comic Con or was it Wizard Con? It was a big convention. Loved it. My very first convention, loved it. And I love going out there. I love meeting new people. I wish I could meet you guys and shake your hands for sticking it out with me. I know I can get pretty weird sometimes, so you know. Anyway, with the whole intro and everything else. Oh, shirts. I'm actually thinking about making merchandise, but I don't know if anybody would like to buy that kind of stuff from me. If you guys are interested, please let me know, because I've actually been wanting to make t-shirts for like the longest time. I was actually thinking about doing some not charity events. Well, maybe charity events, and having you guys donate. I know it's tough. I mean, I work full time and I barely have money to survive, But I would love to be able to do stuff like that. But as far as merchandise goes, if you guys would like to see the concept arts first or something, I would love to be able to do that. See people walking around with Ghostpaw shirts. That would be awesome. Oh, that reminds me. I don't know if you guys follow Rainbow Horror. I think it was Rainbow Horror. She actually said something recently that kind of I thought was pretty hilarious, because it makes perfect sense. But as you know, she has a lot of subscribers. She does awesome work, man. I mean, I love her channel. She has merchandise, and some of the stuff that she sells is underwear, specifically ladies' underwear. I think she sells men's underwear too, but that's beside the point. I think if this was either on Facebook or she tweeted it out. People she said, out of all the things that sell the best on my channel, or my, from my inventory, it's the underwear. But I often wonder if the people who are buying it think that it's actually my underwear. And I thought that was hilarious, because that there's at least 3 or 4 people out there who are like, oh man, she must have been wearing it. I'm not going to get into the details, but you know what I mean. And it was just... So, just so we're clear, if I design underwear, it's not because I was wearing it. Unless you want me to sign them. I mean, I can do that. Yeah. But seeing people out there with... Oh, yeah, Deadly, that would be interesting. Having people just seeing my logo up somewhere. Like, I joke around with my friends all the time. We go to a Galaxy Theaters, which is a theater here in our town, and they have, what is it? It's something on the wall, ad on the wall or something like that, and you can buy ad time up there. And I joke with everybody all the time. I'm like, dude, I swear to God, one of these days I'm gonna fork over the money and you're gonna see my intro and my logo up on the freaking screen, and we're gonna have a great laugh about it, because I guarantee there's gonna be at least 1 or 2 guys in the theater who are like, look at this a-hole sitting there trying to get us to watch his videos. And you know what? I'm gonna love it. Oh, I'd like to see that, Lady Spook. I have 2 tattoos of wolves. One actually says wolf. It was a stencil, I guess you want to call it, of my own freehand. I was a tattoo dummy or test bunny for a friend of mine. He who recently has started doing tattoos again. He does great work. I just wish at the time that he had done it, I wasn't so dumb and he was that good, because they're not amazing. Maybe I'll post them one of these days so you guys can see them. It's pretty funny. I had the dogs at the door. But anyway. So my last thoughts before I end this, because I don't want to keep you guys too long. Maybe next time we'll do a little longer. But overall, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for supporting me, for the likes, the comments, just for being there for me. You guys don't realize how much that means to me. And I wish there was more that I could do for you guys. And maybe in the future there will be. If I ever, even if I don't get that big, if I have the extra cash lying around, or you know what, I'm gonna start a piggy bank, and I'm gonna start socking away money, so I can do something for you guys. Whether it's picking somebody to send them a gift, or something. Because I'm gonna start giving back to you guys, just to show a little bit of how much you mean to me. Because you guys do. You guys mean absolutely everything to me. And just to reiterate what I said before, don't ever think that you have to do anything by yourself, because I'm always here. If you ever feel down, hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Yeah. Actually, you know what? You guys can go and do Snapchat with me too. I have a Snapchat. It's Ghostpaw89. I haven't put anything up recently, but I will. I will start putting stuff up. But any way you guys can reach me, please do. Don't think that you have to spend the rest of the day alone, because I know what that's like. It sucks. But just remember that regardless of how crappy and awful the day is, just know that you don't have to do it alone. Just know that you're going to get through it. And it's going to be great, because you're going to be strong, that much stronger. As corny as that sounds, you guys are going to get through it, man. Don't sell yourself short. Please send me your stuff. If you guys want to do fan art for me, that would be awesome. I love me some fan art. I mean, I've never had any fan art done for me. Well, that's a lie. Yes, I have. But that was a crazy ex-girlfriend. But that wasn't for this. That was for something else. I've done a lot of things in my life. But like, if you guys just want to chat, bullshit for a minute or two, or whatever, just know I'm here. And I meant it when I said that when I'm telling you guys this story, I'm telling it to you. All right? It doesn't matter who you are. I'm telling you the story. Just think about it. We're kicking back, sitting in some reclining chairs, or by a campfire, or whatever. You pick the setting, I'll be there. So, anyway, thank you guys so very much. And I will hopefully see you guys very soon. As far as videos go, I was supposed to do one today, but the permission didn't get to me in time until it was kind of too late. So the way it's going to be is Monday, I have a scheduled video. Tuesday, well, Monday through Saturday, I have scheduled videos for you guys. So be looking forward to them. I'm going to put my name, my email in the chat box. So if there's anything that you guys want to send me, please do. If you have anything at all that you want to send me, any stories at all, fan art or whatever you guys want to send me, please do. Please don't send me dick pics. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't send me those. But yeah. Anyway, just thank you guys, and I'll see you very soon. But anyway, bye-bye, everybody. Enjoy your night.